Working with CSS. CSS Syntax. CSS is a set of rules that can be used to define what each of those elements will look. There. Rules specify the display properties. A CSS comprises of style rules that are interpreted by the browser and then applied to the corresponding elements in your document. CSS rules can control many properties, called declarations, of an element. CSS declarations are always contained in curly braces, and each declaration will end in a semicolon. Each element is chosen in CSS by the selector and defined in the declaration by a property and a value. CSS Measuring Units. CSS has several different units for expressing a length. Many CSS properties take length values, such as width, margin, padding, font size, etc. Length is a number followed by a length unit, such as 10px, 2m, etc. You need these values while specifying various measurements in your style rules. A white space cannot appear between the number and the unit. However, if the value is 0, the unit can be omitted. For some CSS properties, negative lengths are allowed. There are two types of length units. They are absolute and relative length unit. CSS Colors. CSS uses color values to specify a color. Typically, they are used to set a color either for the foreground of an element or for the background of the element. They can also be used to affect the color of borders and other decorative effects. CSS Font. The font property is a shorthand property for font style, font variant, font weight, font size, font family, etc. You can set the following text properties of an element. CSS Images. Images play an important role in any web page. It plays a good role to control image display. You can set the following image properties using CSS. CSS Links. Website contains a hyperlink inside a web page or any other website. The link tag defines a link between a document and an external or even internal resource. The link tag is used to link to external style sheets. All the link properties are kept in the header part of the HTML document. There are 4 link states which are listed below. CSS Table. Let's discuss various table properties that we can use in CSS. CSS Borders. The border properties allow you to specify how the border of the box representing an element should look. There are 3 properties of the border. CSS Margins.